Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Report, where we bleed silver and black. Picture this. It's early in the 2025 season, and the Las Vegas Raiders are sitting at a tough 1-4 record. But in the words of the legendary Al Davis, it's all about that commitment to excellence. So, is it time for a rookie sensation to step up and carry this team out of the shadows? Today, we're diving deep into why Ashton Jeanty's moment has arrived in the Raiders' backfield. Buckle up, Raiders Nation. This could be the spark we've been waiting for. Let's start with the big picture. The Raiders' offense has hit some bumps right out of the gate this year, struggling to find that rhythm in a stacked AFC West. You know the drill. Facing off against those hated rivals like the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers, every game feels like a battle in the trenches. But hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint, with plenty of time left to turn things around. And right now, all eyes are on rookie running back Ashton Jeanty, the explosive talent out of Boise State who the Raiders snagged in the draft. They've been easing him in, like a classic John Madden strategy of building confidence without overwhelming the kid. But with the season hanging in the balance, folks, it might be time to unleash him fully. Get those training wheels off and let him fly in open space. Now, let's break it down. Head coach Pete Carroll, who's brought that championship pedigree from his Seattle days to the Death Star here in Vegas, had some glowing words for Jeanty before practice this week. Carroll said, and I quote, "I think Ashton is handling everything beautifully. The pressure of being a draft pick and all of that and try to get going, and he is going. He's legit. He had another really good game yesterday. Caught the ball a number of times. Chip did a good job of spreading him around." That's high praise from a coach who's seen it all, including Super Bowl glory. And let's not forget, Carroll's all about that balanced attack, mixing runs and passes to keep defenses guessing. Then there's quarterback Geno Smith, who's been slinging it for the silver and black this season after that big offseason move. Smith echoed Carroll's sentiments, calling Jeanty a hell of a player and emphasizing his versatility. Same player, man. He's a great player, great back. Again, when we get him in space, you can see what he can do with the ball. I think that's evident on tape. And he punishes guys in the open field, Smith told reporters. He went on about Jeanty's smarts and maturity, saying, really smart, young player, really mature guy as well. And he's got a lot of great intangibles about him. But, he's explosive with that ball in his hand, so we got to get him the ball, get him in open field, get him in space, and he'll make things happen. That connection between Smith and Jeanty? It's crucial, folks. Think of it like the old Ken Stabler to Cliff Branch hookup that lit up Oakland back in the day. Jeanty himself? Humble as ever. When asked about wanting more carries, he kept it real. No. Whenever I get the ball, I just want to make the most of my opportunities. Whether it's red zone, whether we're backed up, it doesn't matter. My opportunities will come when they come. I don't even think it's more of something that I have to say. I think it's just through the work I put in practice, just showing my coaches that I'm consistent. And then come game time, whenever they do give me the ball, I make plays and show them that I'm a reliable person each and every single week. That's the kind of mindset that echoes the Raiders' rebellious spirit, born in Oakland, toughened in LA, and now shining under the Vegas lights. Diving deeper into the analysis, Jeanty's already shown flashes of brilliance. He's averaging over 5 yards per carry in limited action, with a couple of those shifty receptions that remind you of Marcus Allen dodging defenders en route to the end zone. Remember Allen's MVP performance in Super Bowl 18? Jeanty's got that same elusiveness, punishing tacklers in open field like a modern-day Bo Jackson, minus the baseball distractions, of course. But here's where things get really interesting. The Raiders' run game ranks near the bottom of the league right now, and expanding around Jeanty could open up the passing lanes for stars like Davante Adams, who's still torching secondaries at an elite level. Imagine Jeanty drawing linebackers in, freeing up Adams for those deep bombs from Smith. Tactically, offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, the innovative mind from his Oregon days, has been spreading Jeanty around, using him in screens and wheel routes. But with injuries piling up on the O-line, giving Jeanty 15 to 20 touches a game could stabilize things, reduce pressure on Smith, and boost that time of possession. Statistically, compare this to last season. The Raiders were middle of the pack in rushing yards, but with Jeanty's college stats, over 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns at Boise State, he could push them into the top 10. And historically, this franchise has thrived on dominant backs. Think back to the 1970s with Stabler under center, or the 80s Super Bowl runs fueled by Allen's ground game. Even in tougher times, like the post-LA era, the Raiders have always bounced back with grit. Jeanty fits that mold perfectly, a kid who's handled the NFL hype without missing a beat. I caught up with a fictional expert, longtime Raiders analyst Vinny Bonsignori, who told me, "Look, Ashton Jeanty isn't just a rookie, he's a game changer. If the Raiders commit to him now, it could flip their season. We've seen it before with guys like Charles Woodson anchoring the defense. Now it's time for the offense to rise." And from the fans, Raiders Nation is buzzing. One die-hard at a tailgate said, "Jeanty's got that Raider swagger. Get him the rock, and watch us raid the playoffs." Looking ahead, if Jeanty gets those extra carries, it could mean everything for the playoffs. A win streak starts with the ground game, easing the load on Max Crosby and that ferocious D-line to wreak havoc. Predictions: I see Jeanty rushing for 100-plus yards in the next matchup against the Broncos. Talk about sticking it to a rival. Long-term, this could solidify the backfield for years, maybe even earning Jeanty Rookie of the Year nods. Raiders fans, what a time to be alive in Vegas. The Death Star is ready to ignite. Tune in this Sunday, show your silver and black pride, and let's see Jeanty carry us to victory. This is Raiders Report. Commit to excellence, or get out of the way. Stay tuned for more.